Over the past year, I've realized that some of the hardest questions to answer aren't the ones with complicated answers. They're the ones that force you to look inward. First off, thank you to everyone who left a question after my last video. There were only 4 questions, but honestly, I don't mind that at all because every single one of them was genuinely thoughtful. They're the kind of questions that don't really have a quick answer, and a couple of them actually made me think for a while. So I figured I'd just sit down and I'll have a conversation with you and answer them together. Let's start with the first one. The first question was, what is your favorite video that you have made? That's a good question, and it was actually pretty easy. I'd have to say, What If I'm Not Ready was the favorite video that I've ever made. And it's not because it has the most views, because it doesn't. And it's not because I think it's the best video I've ever made, but I think it's the most personal one that I've made. It's the one that hits close to home. The whole idea behind that video wasn't something I came up with because I thought it would make a good topic. It's something that I carry around with me almost every day. Lately, I've been realizing that I'm slowly leaving behind what people would call young adulthood. Depending on who you ask, that's somewhere around 18 to 24 or 25. Whatever the definition is, it doesn't really matter, because what matters is that life starts asking more of you as you get older. You start thinking about careers, paying bills, relationships, whether you're making the right decisions or falling behind. And sometimes it feels like everyone else knows what they're doing except for you. And if I'm being completely honest, I don't think I've ever really felt ready. But the older I get, the more I realize that maybe nobody does. I think a lot of us believe confidence comes first, that one day we'll wake up and suddenly feel ready to take the next step, like apply for the job or move out or start that business, ask someone out, whatever it is. But almost every meaningful thing I've done happened before I felt ready. Starting this YouTube channel was one of them. Applying for the job that I'm currently working for was another. Even making videos where I'm vulnerable enough to talk about my own experiences didn't feel comfortable at first either. I've started realizing that readiness isn't something you wait for, it's something you build by taking the step anyway. So if you're watching this and you're waiting until you completely feel ready, you might be waiting forever, so just start now. There's no harm there. The second question was, what do you consider to be happiness? And this one was a thought-provoking question. I actually sat with this question for a while because if you had asked me this a few years ago, I think I would have given you a completely different answer. Back then, I probably would have said happiness is excitement, getting the job, reaching a goal, buying something that you've wanted or craved for a long time. I can say now that those moments are amazing, but they're also temporary. Nowadays, I think happiness looks a lot more like peace, having a quiet mind, feeling healthy, being present enough to enjoy the people around you. Some of the happiest moments I've had recently weren't these huge life-changing events. They were reconnecting with friends that I hadn't seen in a while, or seeing family after a long time apart, just sitting together and talking. Those are the moments that stick with me. The other thing I'd say is, health is happiness. I don't think we appreciate our health nearly enough until something goes wrong. I can't tell you how many times I've been stressing about work, overthinking my future, wondering if I'm progressing fast enough, and then suddenly I get sick. Maybe it's in the form of a terrible stomachache or a fever, something that completely knocks me out. And suddenly, none of those things matter anymore. I don't care about my career in that moment. I don't care if I'm behind. I just want to feel healthy again. It's so funny how quickly your priorities change. I also want to admit something. It's kind of ironic that I make videos about overthinking, comparison, and being present because I honestly still struggle with those things. I still overthink. I still compare myself. And of course, I still worry that I'm not moving fast enough. The difference isn't that I've mastered those things. It's more so that I'm aware of it and I'm practicing every single day. I'm practicing to overcome this. And honestly, I think that's all any of us can really do. Not to be perfect, but just to keep practicing and moving forward. The third question was, how are you able to persist with motivation? You've been told that it's just discipline, but you feel like something's missing. I actually agree with you. I think something is missing. Discipline matters. I'm not going to pretend like it doesn't, but I don't think discipline by itself explains why some people keep going and others don't. For me, one thing that has immensely helped is thinking about my future self. And this was a habit that I had started practicing around 5 or 6 years ago. Whenever I don't feel like doing something, whether it's writing a script, cleaning my home, going to the gym, or even doing something simple like a laundry chore, I try to picture the future version of me. Will he be thankful I did this today? Or will he resent that I left this work for him to do and to catch up on? That simple question changes a lot. Now, if I'm being completely honest, there is another major driver that motivates me. Fear. Not necessarily the fear of failing, because I can't tell you how many times I've gotten rejected, whether it's by girls or jobs or so on. It's the fear of standing still or even falling behind. I think a lot of young adults feel this, even if we don't always talk about it. You look around and someone your age is ahead of you, earning so much more. They seem to have everything figured out. And it's really easy to convince yourself that you're falling behind, whether that's actually true or not. I don't think fear is a healthy place to live, but I do think it can wake you up if you're stuck. Eventually, though, fear has to turn into purpose, because fear eventually burns you out, whereas purpose keeps you going. There's a quote I come back to a lot: choose your hard. Working on yourself is hard. Regretting that you never tried is hard. Being disciplined is hard. Living with the consequences of never starting is hard. Life doesn't really give us the option to avoid hard things, which sucks. It just lets us choose which hard we're willing to live with, which we can choose, so that's not all that bad. And one last thing is, the more that you practice persistence, the easier it becomes to persist again. Not because things magically get easier, but because you start building trust in yourself. You become someone who knows that you've done hard things before, so you can do this one too. The last question was, how did you figure out what you really liked making content about? And are you reading any books right now? To be honest, I don't think I actually figured it out thoroughly. I think I stumbled into it. When I started this channel, I wanted to create something that my younger self would have needed. The kind of videos I wish I had when I felt lost, overwhelmed, or unsure of what I was doing. Videos that didn't pretend to have all the answers, but at least made me feel like I wasn't alone. And then something unexpected happened. These videos started helping me too. There have been so many times where I've caught myself doing the exact opposite of what I've talked about on this channel. Overthinking, procrastinating, not being present, and comparing myself to other people. And then I'll have this moment where I think, hold on, I literally made a video about this. It's almost like the videos help keep me accountable. They remind me that I'm trying to become the person I'm encouraging other people to become. Not because I think I've figured life out. In fact, far from it. I'm still learning. I'm still making mistakes. I'm still trying to practice what I preach. And I think that's why I enjoy being vulnerable in these videos. They're almost like little journal entries. Whenever I learn something from a book, have a conversation that changes how I think, or go through something difficult, I naturally want to share it. And it's not because I think I'm an expert, but because maybe someone watching is going through the exact same thing. If they are, maybe hearing someone else talk about it helps. And if it doesn't, that's okay too. At least I was honest, and it's just an outlet for me to share my thoughts and feelings and experiences. As for books, that I'm reading right now, I'm currently reading The Richest Man in Babylon by George Clason. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly. I'm not too far into it yet, but I've been really enjoying it. It's all about money and building wealth, but not in a flashy, get-rich-quick kind of way. More in the sense of developing good habits around money and thinking long-term. Financial freedom is something I think almost everyone wants, myself included. So if I end up taking enough away from it, don't be surprised if it turns into a future video. Anyway, those were the questions that were asked. I know this wasn't the biggest Q&A in the world, but honestly, I had a lot of fun making it. If you had another question you'd like me to answer, you can leave it down below in the comment section. Maybe if enough of them build up, we can make this a little series every now and then. And before I go, I just want to say thank you again. Whether you've been here since my first upload or you only found the channel last week, I genuinely appreciate you spending your time with me, and I don't take that for granted. Thanks for watching, Rardo, and I'll see you in the next video.